Ben Stein has made plenty of bold comments. Lately, he's been comparing Congress to zombies.
He's also been a presidential speechwriter, actor, Emmy Award-winning game show host, economist, lawyer, professor, demonstrator. We were just learning his latest book is called What Would Ben Stein Do this morning. He's here to chat a little bit. Always nice to have you with us.
Always an honor to be here.
Can we add aspiring skateboardist to that list?
I would love to know. I have my skateboard shoes on, but I don't have any idea which end of the skateboard goes first.
I feel like we should get you and Tony Hawk together.
You see,
when I had a talk show, I had Tony Hawk on, and he skateboarded right over me. I lay down on the ground floor, and he skateboarded right over me.
That's great. Did you try to pick up some moves from him, though?
No, I was just terrified.
Okay. But the shoes work.
The shoes are great.
The shoes are great.
It's really all about the shoes.
You wear them everywhere.
Yeah.
Which we know.
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
You want to talk a little politics?
Sure, go ahead.
So, obviously, Herman Cain in the news a lot. We know that he's going to meet with his wife for the first time since these latest allegations came out. You think things are getting a little too personal in politics, as I understand it?
I think they are. I mean, I keep thinking to myself, yes, he's a sinner. Let him who is without sin among you cast the first stone. So, I mean, he's not running for Pope. He's not running for Saint. He's running for president. We've had lots of presidents. We've had girlfriends. We had President Kennedy, who was a great president. He had girlfriends. President Roosevelt was with his girlfriend when he died. He was one of the greatest presidents there's ever been. Thomas Jefferson had a very well-documented affair. I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm just saying people are human. I mean, we can't judge people by superhuman standards.
Right, but you kind of know when you get into this. In this day and age, right or wrong, but in this day and age, you know that when you get into politics and you're going to run for something, every single thing that's ever happened in your life, someone is going to pull it out.
I agree, but I totally agree, and I think that's something that's wrong with politics right now. I mean, I'd like to see them concentrate on policy issues. Like, it doesn't do an unemployed person one bit of good to concentrate on Herman Cain's love life. If you concentrate on economic policy that will give a man or a woman a job, that means something. And to concentrate on a person's gossipy love life, that doesn't mean a darn thing.
Would his policies?
Which doesn't mean you're a fan of 999, though.
No, I'm not a fan of 999. My policies about taxes are much more in line with President Obama's policies. I think the rich should pay more taxes. I've always thought the rich should pay more taxes, but I don't think that 999 is the solution. You
want to talk about the payroll tax debate then a little bit?
I think they should extend the payroll tax lowering for a while longer. I mean, there doesn't seem to me there's any question about that. Look, people are in hard times, and I also think that for people who are genuinely suffering in unemployment, they should extend the unemployment payments. But if you subsidize something, you'll get more of it. The government subsidizes unemployment. We get a lot of unemployment that people would not otherwise do because we're subsidizing it. I live in North Idaho part of the year, a good part of the year, and I know from talking to social workers there that there are a lot of meth addicts, crack addicts who are able to afford to do it because they're getting unemployment compensation. That's somehow got to stop. I don't know how, but that's got to stop.
Not everyone who is unemployed,
of course,
is a meth
I'm talking about the merest, tiniest slice, of course, but there are plenty of, but any is too many. I mean, it's like what we say about unemployment. Any is too many. Any people being subsidized by taxpayers to be meth addicts is too many. But I doubt if there are very many, but we don't want any.
What about in terms of paying for the extension? Because this is, I mean, everybody's pretty much agreed at this point in Washington. Yeah. They're going to extend it, but they can't agree on how to pay for it. How do you think they should pay for it?
I think they should pay for it. I'm probably going to get murdered by my fellow Republicans as I leave their studio, but I think they should raise taxes on very wealthy people. I mean,
and that's the best option.
$1 million and more,
which is what Democrats.
$1 million or more, not 250,000 or $1 million, $2 million or more. There's so many people who are, you know, I often say I live in Beverly Hills part of the year. That practically every person has at least one Bentley. That those people can't pay a few thousand more in taxes is very hard to believe. I mean, and many of them have 2 or 3 Bentleys. If they can't afford to pay a little bit more in taxes, something's wrong.
They could sell a Bentley.
I do like the contrast between North Idaho and Beverly
Hills.
Well, North Idaho is unbelievably beautiful, unbelievably beautiful.
I'm sure it is. So speaking of one of these debates going on is the payroll tax debate in Congress. You called Congress zombies.
Well, I said there's a zombie craze. I've noticed my son, who is up on all crazes, he's 24, says that we have to beware of zombies. He wants to get a special kind of steel grating for his windows where he and his wife live.
Is he serious?
Yes. to keep out zombies.
Deadly serious.
To keep
Or
out
undeadly.
zombies. And I have another close friend who's in Lima, Ohio, who believes in zombies. And I'm just wondering, where did the zombie craze come from? And I think it's from Congress. They're like the Walking Dead. They see problems, but they just walk right past them. I mean, the fact that they cannot agree to cut 1.4 trillion out of something like a 40 trillion deficit, that's incredible. That's zombie land.
And real quickly, we have to go, but
Okay,
the zombie
goodbye.
problem worse now than it was 30 years ago?
Oh, way, way, way worse. Way worse.
Maybe we should put
Way-
bars on Congress.
Yes,
Keep
exactly.
Them out,
Keep
and
them
then-
in. Keep them in, not let them out.
Ben Stein.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.